Welcome, Soul Tribe. Welcome, Soul Families. Welcome, beautiful love beings. And welcome, Super Rock Star Seeds. Welcome, Twin Flames. Welcome home. My name is Melissa, and I'll be your multi-dimensional cosmic tour guide. Today, we're talking about Twin Flames, the Soul Flame journey. And we're going to talk about that because I get a lot of questions about it, a lot of questions. So in that note, I thank you all for the likes, shares, and subscribes, as well as the many questions, the texts, the emails, and, inquiries. Thank you. And if you would like a twin flame reading, you can find the information in the box below. So let's get started. The twin flame journey is a little bit hard to describe, even though it sort of sounds cheesy and simple. The twin flame journey would consist of two people on Earth that have the same soul. And so sometimes in this journey, other people don't like that term. They hate it. They want to, keep you away from your twin flame. They don't like that. They don't believe in it. And that's okay, because it does sound kind of cheesy, but you will know if you have one, even if you haven't met yours in person, or you are not able to be with that person long-term or in a permanent relationship. Sometimes the energies are too much. And get this, remember, right now, in particular, over these last years, we are coming out of the lower matrix. So as we are coming out of the lower matrix, we're unplugging some of the darkest, most vile, filthy, horrifying abominations and atrocities that have happened to all of us throughout history and time, so all of humanity. In the past, we've called many of these abominations and atrocities normal, like the misuses of power and behaviors of treating people badly, lesser caste systems, hungers, plagues, all these things where some people are important, some aren't. This is so imbalanced. So in a way, I've always seen the twin flame journey as a balancing of the yin yang, light, dark, yin yang in everything in ourselves. And I also call it the marriage of Christ. I always have. This is just a definition for me, because in the Christed energy, in our divine masculine and feminine, without any distortion, we bring Christ into our every essence and energy and frequency and vibration. All of us throughout history have been tainted, infested, embedded with attachments and these belief systems and these pains, wounds, sufferings, traumas that have been inflicted upon humanity. So some of us who, if you consider yourself a twin flame, probably came here with an extra particular purpose and job, mission, double mission, extra purpose. And so sometimes that's really hard. It's never been about the fantasy of having some beautiful person come to your door with $100 million and then you never have to do anything. It's just easy. So it's not really a romantic fairy tale. It can be, and it will be for many of us in many ways. But as we cleanse and clear and come out of the lower matrix, which is what the overall theme is, as we awaken more and more, we'll start seeing the connections, and we'll balance in each many layers of frequencies within ourselves with our twin flame. Some of us have a similar deal going on, which would be like starseed, soulmates, divine counterparts chosen for us. It's almost like we have soul contracts with almost twin flames as well. So there's a whole bunch going on. And no matter what story or rhetoric you believe in or don't, many of you have twin flames, many of you have divine counterparts, and there are several layers of that going on. All of these groups and unions have a purpose and a frequency that they bring. And if you are with your person, if you are involved in collaboration and working with them or have a home with them, your vibration and frequency is triple, quadruple. And sometimes people hate that. So people will try to steal your twin flame, try to lie to you, try to steal your money, try to make you feel bad. Those things happen to these starseeds, the chosen, the light workers, the empaths, because the darker energies designed into our reality during these times designed a lot of energetic architecture to keep us from ascending, awakening, connecting. And so The twin flames, soul flames, divine counterparts, mirrored souls sometimes have a lot of purpose in unplugging, delousing, scrubbing down the inverted matrix out of all of us, out of humanity, the collective consciousness, as well as in our circumstances, our surroundings, the earth. So it's kind of a big job, and it's not necessarily about the fairy tale. Again, it's time for many, many of us to have the fairy tale. If you can feel a twin flame or a divine counterpart, they can feel you too. And there have been, again, designs, programs, blocks built by the darker energies of the past for this time to block us and to be mean, jealous, rude, harm us, whatever it is, and super ruin our reputation and super blame us for stuff. So if these kinds of things have happened to you in the past or yesterday, or if that shows up, keep walking and know that you don't have to engage. I always say this for 25 years. Don't fight in a way that you think you are going to be smarter than dark energies. It's don't engage. If there are crimes going on that you could help stop, if you could help people, please make a phone call, help, give, nurture, support. However, it's really important right now not to engage or stick your sticky fingers in or your sticky nose or ideas about what you think someone else should be right now. So there's a mass reckoning going on. So we got Plutonian energy in retrograde and Neptune energy in retrograde. This is kind of serious. Has been really serious. I've been watching this for 4 or 5 years. Some of the darkest energies are being removed from humanity so that the twin flames can come into that balance, that yin yang or Christed balance, or divine masculine and feminine clarity, cleanliness, home balance, so that we can recognize our soul tribe, soul families, twins, and be safe and trust that it's time for us to collaborate, live together, live next door, all these things without disruption or distortion coming at you, targeting going on. So the overall is this is so cool. The divine counterparts, the twin flames, whether you have met in person or not, or if it's someone you have not seen or talked to for years, or if it's just that you know that is most likely real, and they are not the ones that have been mean and traumatized us. I have like 84 of those, and a few people. I've had 3 different people say that they've been my twin flame, and one for like 5-6 years, and he was just irrelevant, but he kept just on and on and on. He would not let go of me, or stop being abusive, and stop being abusive with a group. So it's like a ritual group, and I was like, and the 3 were not right for me. So I'm assuming for many people, we have come across people that we've loved very much, cared about, hoped that they would work on themselves, be true to themselves, and choose to be in balance enough to be a divine counterpart or a counterpart of some kind. It's almost like the initiation ones come in first, and we've completed huge, enormous cycles of the past with many of these people. So I am so honored to have met all of the people, the really dark ones, or the people that were gross, as well as the divine, beautiful love beings on my path. And I know all of you have too. So we don't have to worry about those things of the past, but we can call in our true divine counterparts and connect. And if there's any blockages, stagnation, more blockages, just know that you have help with your angels, your guides, your teams of pure divine light to cleanse, clear, and uplift you and put you in alignment with your true person. And divine timing is always at play. And we knew this was coming. Most of us starseeds or empaths or psychics, we knew this was coming. So no one else can choose for you. Doesn't matter if they like your person or you like your shoes or make up stories about you. Those are just old designs of the lower matrix that come through people, and sometimes are targety energies. Everything's going to be all right, and you are loved, and your twin flame does recognize you. If your twin flame is not incarnate here on earth, you're still walking with that being, that soul, because it is yours. And that will become more clear as you continue to work on yourself, do your shadow work, and the world uplifts. So I'm so excited for all of us. I'm going to pull a couple of cards and see how the Twin Flame Collective is going right now and see what's going on for all of us in that way. Remember, the Twin Flame, Soul Flame, is your soul incarnate in another body. Sometimes you guys are exactly opposite and the same at the same time. And I was talking to someone today who lost their twin flame to death. And they were saying when they were with each other, they went through a whole lot. There was a couple of lying, cheating, stealing moments at the beginning. And that was really hard to get through. And remember, those are the lowest, darkest manipulation, sympathy for the devil. Oh my. Lying, cheating, stealing, betrayals, many betrayals. These are the top tactics of the darkness. And they were designed to slow us down, delay us, and keep us from ascending and clearing out the true gateways of the universe so that the light can be only our path. And it's all been gunky and twisted. And so I remember this person saying it was really hard at first. It hurt so bad. It was so painful to be betrayed and lied to. And she said, but when we were together, I knew inside, I knew. So I was never going to give up. And they moved way past the manipulations and the lying and the cheating from the very beginning. And she said that we didn't always care about what the rest of the world was thinking, doing, because the togetherness, I mean, I went to work, he went to work, and he was brilliant also, very advanced. I think he had a PhD or almost in scientific minded things. And she said, I didn't care if we had money. I didn't care if we took a shower. I didn't care if we were ugly. I didn't care. That connection together helped me know that I belonged, because I for most of my life, felt like I didn't. Most of us who have divine counterparts were born into some rough circumstances. Perhaps family was not home, or, there were painful experiences or circumstances around, where we were born, or those things were imprinted in our energies. That's what we came here to undo. That's climbing out of the matrix, out of the inverted Garden of Eden. So in the Garden of Eden, the let there be light, 100% purity of God, heaven on earth, Garden of Eden. Really horrific things don't happen to children and you and me and us. And they don't happen to those people over there in that country. And they don't happen to those people down the street. And they don't happen to our systems, our bank accounts, our health. So in the Garden of Eden, there's a balance that's clean, higher energies. And that's what we are recreating and building as a foundation instead of that lower matrix, inverted dark stuff. And you will be able to recognize beyond all shadow of a doubt who your divine counterpart is. And some of us will probably be alone a little bit by choice, on purpose, because we don't fit with everyone. Most of the starseeds don't fit with everyone. I think it's hard. The people that are easily find new mates, husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, quickly, fast, it's probably not you. This is the starseeds, the light beings, the light warriors. Just don't fit with everyone. We can't have lots of baggage or go from relationship to relationship. That's not the usual. Not trying to judge anyone. Everyone should be who they are. But your divine counterpart can feel you and hear you. And you can ask for your guides and guardian angels to help you communicate. Even when you're not in communication, it won't pass you by. The designs of the darkness tried to make you believe that it would pass you by and that you would be disconnected. I know all of us have felt heartbroken and been hurt or betrayed or been through all kinds of stuff, and that hurts bad. As we are clearing right now, heartbreak, betrayals, swords in our souls, the connection will become stronger and stronger, just as the connection is stronger and stronger with our guides and guardian angels and our source connection. I know it feels not enough to any of us, but these things are really happening. We're much further along than you think. I'm going to pull a couple of cards for the twin flames and see how that's going. So the first one I've got is loosen your grip. You know, in the energy right now, everybody is in, it's almost like the grips of something, and the world's grips of something. And there's just something going on that feels heavy. Just keep breathing in and out, breathing in that light of God, and knowing that the grips of the dark designs, the lower matrix, will have to let go of you as we are stretched further and further away. And let's see what else it says here. Coping mechanisms, density, addictions, let God in. You know, sometimes when I'm having a little bit of trouble, I say, I really can't connect very well. I can't meditate very well right now. So I'm just going to talk out loud for a moment, go ride in the car if someone's with me. And I just say, God, I can't do it by myself. Light, I can't do it by myself. Universe, I can't do it by myself. Christ, I can't do it by myself. Will you just help me? And I follow through with my shadow work, my self-care, my inner child work, even if I can't feel it and I can't feel like it's helping. So that's the instruction I'm supposed to give. Whatever you do to heal, to help yourself heal, move through these processes, because we're navigating through integration, and that's really severe. Just know your angels and guides have already integrated a lot of the darkness, the imbalances, and they will help you even if you can't remember how to at the time. And they're saying also you can reach out to people. Sometimes don't call them names, don't define them in any weird lower way. Otherwise, you'll be pushed out of their energy. But support others and have compassion, please. Be giving and understanding as we are all integrating. So for the twin flames, this is so beautiful. I'm seeing a huge awakenings of the cosmic heart. The golden children is what I've got. There's a golden energy that's being awakened in us right now. We were calling it like the mini templates are coming back into alignment or docking. And a lot of that has golden energy in it. And the golden energy is a purifying source energy that'll help you stay in alignment in your truth, in your truth. And you can send that love and send that peace to your divine counterpart, whether you know who they are or not. And that will help heal the inner child and bring out the tenderness in us, the innocence, and the rare gifts that you carry. Many of you had to be, it's almost like quieted or secretive about your gifts, talents, and abilities because others try to steal it. It's also a design of the lower matrix. It doesn't even make sense. But they did a lot of damage, and some of us had to be quiet. We don't even quite remember some of our super divinely appointed skills, talents, abilities, and blessings and purposes. We can feel it. We kind of know inside, but these will be uncovering in that golden energy. This is the golden era as we are lifting up in frequencies and awakening. Those abilities and talents will be certainly away from the grasps of dark ones that I like to call booty noodles. I try to call all the dark things, the demons, the soulless people, the things like that, the silly names, because there's no use in really overthinking that. They're just minions or whatever it is. So I call them booty noodles because it's funny. And they can't get through the gateways. As you continue to do your work, just know that you are going through the gateways, and the gateways are clearing and clearing and clearing and clearing so that all of humanity that carries light can come through the gateways. It's been a gross journey, but the twin flames have really made it happen and held a lot of keys for everybody. So I thank you and recognize you and see you, and just know that your twin flame always has loved you, respects you, honors you. And if you happen to know who your twin flame is, text them if you can. Say hello. Doesn't mean you can be together forever and get married by Tuesday, but you could. But, sometimes we need a little reminder like, hey, I see you. I see your soul. I recognize you in so many ways. And that's all I can say right now. I'm going to pull a couple more cards. So I'm in my Airbnb yurt away from home because that's how I roll. There were some cute mice that tried to eat my Reese's peanut butter cups as well. And it made me giggle so much. And I just love this place. I wish I could kind of live here half the time. But there were cards. And so I was thinking about my mom, and there were cards here. So I'm just going to use the cards that are here in my beautiful Airbnb in the mountains in Bisbee, Arizona. And one of the things that's happening, that anything that has made us sick, and I mean collective consciousness, twin flames, the pain, the heartbreaks, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical illness is being rectified. So there are many, many layers of this sort of being retuned and retuned and retuned and retuned. I don't want us to imagine this, but if you had been hit by a vehicle and like a lot of your bones were broken, you had much internal bleeding, you had a brain injury, teeth knocked out, but you lived, just know, like, and don't expect everyone to like go, oh, by the way, can you take out the trash and give me some money and do extra stuff for me right now? And right after this happens, because it takes a long process to heal and recalibrate, rehabilitate in many ways. So don't imagine that, but imagine in spirit, energetically, we are all going through that in our mind, body, spirit, soul forms over and over. And that's retuning and retuning to the higher frequencies of who you really are, your truth. Your twin flame can hear it and feel it. And so as you heal, so does she or he. As you heal, it comes back full circle and you come into the circle of the light as it was always meant to be in these times. So let's send a big shout out for all of our divine counterparts, our twin flames, our starseed twin flames, our soul families, soul tribes, and let's just send out a big energy of golden love. We love you. We see you. We recognize you. We appreciate you. We respect you. We tell you the truth because you tell us the truth. We have great honor towards you. So we send that message out, and a lot of healing energy, whatever they need, whatever you need, whatever I need, the highest good for all of us in this energy. Just, this is almost like a mwah, beautiful smooch and a hug. And I know there's been a lot of fatigue, depression, uncomfortable energies. And we ask for that to all be cleared by the hand of God, the breath of God, the eyes of God, pure divine light only. What else is going on in the Twin Flame Collective, eh? Brand new starts. You know, the Ace of Hearts, you just really can't get over that one. That's pretty obvious. A lot of the suffering. So here's what I've got in the other hand. The Ace of Spades is the lower energy that was wonky, distorted. And this 9 is usually an ending completion. And so it's an ending and completion of some of those wonky, distorted, painful stories, illnesses, separations, pains, wounds, traumas, in a big way, bigger than we ever have. I know I've been saying this for many years. And guess what's happening? Connection and clarity, purity between us, whether we are in close proximity or not, whether we have been talking for every day for years or we have not. And there's the balance of the connections, clarity in the connections of the others, soul tribe, soul family, soul friends, and our purposes coming into places, mind, body, spirit, soul, heaven on earth, coming into clarity for your new fresh start. With eyes, you will see with love. And so it's a state of love we connect with other people with. And that's pretty cool. What else what else do we have for the twin flames, soul flames, the soul divine counterparts? The angelic realm is saying, you're making it very serious. And I'm like, I know, but everyone's acting very serious. So after this, we'll have more fun with the next twin flame reading. We'll laugh a little bit more. Oh, secrets are coming to light, and what has been done to you is coming to light. So if there's been underhanded schniz and stagnation, something keeping you from receiving what you worked for, what you gave, your truth, it feels like it's coming to light. And I feel movement, lots of movement. It could be texting movement, email movement, telephone movement. It doesn't feel like telephone movement as much. Texting maybe, but it feels like car movement and reward coming in. So if you did get all of your money stolen and your thing, like that happened to me, like, I don't know how many times, it was just almost like I was just wide open and I didn't have any help. It feels like some blessing or what you actually sowed that other people took. Your job, your boyfriend, your house on wheels. That happened to me. My RV was just stolen. Even the police were like, oh, well, you're not important. And I thought, what? These things are being rectified and corrected. So that's just part of mine. And it's a little bit funny to me. A lot of it's a little bit funny to me. So I'm not trying to whine, but whatever's happened to you, whatever's been stolen from you, whatever's been said about you that was so incorrect that harmed you, it's almost like it's being rectified. And I'm seeing cars. So perhaps some of you are going to get in a car and go to your person, but your jobs, your purposes, your incomes, your things that were stagnated and just couldn't happen correctly. Those foundations were built over many lifetimes correctly, and the correct balance and foundation will be seen. And it's almost like the harvest of some aspects or frequencies of your life will start becoming very apparent in the physical reality. Get this, 10 of diamonds. So that's sort of equal to the 10 of pentacles in the tarot. So that means all areas of life, from the family and home to the people to your life, career, your surroundings is all in perfect order. And it feels just richness and happiness and abundance and love. And so I'm seeing that come in for people very strongly. Whatever you do, if you pray, if you meditate, if you hold the light of God for manifestation of whatever you do, whatever words you use, it's a good time to focus on those things. And it's almost like have a visual picture in you. So this is absolutely not what I want to say. So here's you, male or female, in your wholeness. This is the Queen of Hearts. And remember, others have been janky in the lives and the careers and the lives, the reputations, the energies of many of the twin flames, most of them, all of them. And it feels like something's coming to light so much that some of the people that have harmed you are being removed, eradicated, seen for what they are. And it feels like communication sometimes, and there could be, none of the twin flames are into vengeance or vindications or anything. We have just asked for justice by the hand of God, will of God, not human, but God. Feels like you're going to get some answers coming in about that. And it feels like a balance is going to be restored. And that feels like anything that was wobbly feels like it's going to be balanced out. And the people, the ideas, the falsities, the ick, it is going to be eradicated from you. So this is very beautiful. Let me pull a couple more. And I just mean like the karmics and stuff. That's been way over for me for a long time. So I've seen the energy in these karmic things, or the people that are calling karmics and doing magics and stuff. I mean, I don't actually know, like my story is the worst I've ever heard in my entire life that anyone lived through and maintained their light. I really wouldn't look at it that way. Not victim-y, of course, not on purpose at least. So whatever's happened to you, it's almost like it's in the laws of the universe that it balances out. And so that is happening. I feel like some of you might be getting married. Some of you are close to being able to say, yeah, I can trust and I can treat you like I want to be treated. And you can see in the soul, the eyes of the other, your persons and your true family, soul family, that you can trust them and they're not going to be, talking to door frames, making up stuff, hunting you, being janky. It's the right people at the right time. And so this will continue over the next months and years. And it feels pretty good. I'm seeing a couple people get married and choose different homes and different ways of life. And I find that so beautiful. So what else we have? Well, there it goes again, the Ace of Hearts. Whatever has been delayed. So I got 3 clubs, and this is sometimes a surprise or Merry Christmas kind of card. The 5 of diamonds, and I got the Ace of Hearts and the 9 of Hearts. And ironically, on top, the Eight of Hearts. So healing, wholeness, fulfillment, recognition, surprise. Sometimes that can indicate just like your whole world changing and opportunities coming to pass that you deserve. You've always deserved. And you've always known you're worthy and they're worthy and those people are worthy. Do they act that way all the time? No. But it feels like that your whole surroundings are going to change and you'll find your right place, your home place. Where would you go or what would you do if you could be with your person and you had plenty of money? Where would you go and what would you do every day? What would the flavor or the state of being of your life be? So hold that, what you want. And I see some of the doors opening to that very quickly for many of you. So I'm going to pull one more card from the Pleiadian Oracle deck. The whole twin flame thing has changed. People that are acting in the lower energies that did not do their work to balance their own twin flame, divine sacred union inside, it's like they'll be either working on it or pushed aside. You were always chosen. So many of you have been treated so badly in different aspects and ways. You had to go to work with the narcissist, or, you grew up with a weirdo jerk biscuit narcissist, or for me, it was the ritual predators everywhere. Oh my God, those are gone and will continue to go. And just know, just breathe in that light. You'll know. And your work has been well done. The state of being is changing around you. What would you choose if you had so much money that you could choose any home, any shoes that you wanted? And what kind of life would you want? What would you do every day? Would you paint? Would you buy a restaurant and feed people? For me, I always wouldn't mind not being, the big billboard person. I'm loud though. Yes, I am. And like maybe being service of some kind and being able to go home and be peaceful and private. In my home, I have not ever had really privacy or a home. And so that would be my main thing, with animals around and the earth and things like that. So what would the state of being be? Doesn't have to be necessarily a different place than where you live, a different house or a different city or a different block. But what would it feel like, the state of being? And so we had, happiness and laughter and love, passion, and a little bit of music, a little bit of art, a little bit of creativity. What would the state of being overall be that you would choose with your person and your soul families and soul tribes? Know that they can hear it and they also have that similar or same vision, and just know that no one else is going to step on you to get to it and take yours. By the way, you can't do that. The laws of the universe, and that will be rectified throughout history. Remember, reckoning, ouch. And so just keep your mind as much as possible on the state of being that you and your twin flame would want. And a lot of mine would be home. And, I've got a list. I'm not going to tell everybody. Magical, mystical, spiritual, loud, beautiful tones, glorious skies. I love the skies. What is your reality that feels like home to you? So think about that a little bit. Send a little message through the ethers to your true divine counterparts and soul tribes and soul families, and know they support you and love you, and they always have. And the Pleiadian Oracle card is, you should have seen me earlier. So I've been outside. Of course, I overworked still and did some appointments today and ran around town. That's not my town because that's just fun for me. But I sat and watched the mountains, and I watched the light underneath the clouds move around and have really cool formations in the daylight. And I have the UFO tour, so I'm going to go out and check the night skies again. But rooted light, and look at this light. It's almost like a picture of our double helix DNA. And our double helix DNA is being activated in our crystalline bodies, especially for you twin flames and divine counterparts. And we can keep rooting that light into the earth, which the earth core is light, and the universe around us is light. And we can keep rooting into those layers, frequencies of who we are with the universe of light around us. So that's beautiful. I hope this is helpful about the twin flame journey. Again, next time it won't be so serious. We are going to have some more fun, but just know that we're all coming out of it. So if you feel like you're left behind, or you don't belong, or you weren't chosen, that is a falsity, fabrication, and not even close to being true. And there's someone that I used to work with who would go, if you don't do that, and then she would blame me for stuff. And I was like, you don't know me. And over all the years, none of it was even close to being true. It slowed me down and caused problems. I found out they were doing stuff to me and doing stuff energetically to my boyfriends, my friends, things like that. That was really disconcerting. But those things are being done if something similar has happened to you. And just root in that light wherever you are. All these frequencies in there. All of our crystalline bodies has different pieces, points of light. All of our chakras, many hundreds of chakras, points of light being cleansed and cleared. So connect to the rooted light of the earth and our surroundings and hear the tone, the frequencies, taste it, smell it, hear it, feel it as the ether connects and aligns you in your codes, your perfect divine order. Thank you, Twin Flames. I'm so proud of you. Live long and prosper, and may love set you free today and in every day and in every way. Welcome home, you guys. Welcome home. Mwah. See you soon.